Hi, this is Leah Burdick, and we're going to talk about how Mack & Associates can use LinkedIn to enhance its business, find target clients, and also promote some jobs. So here I am on my LinkedIn homepage, and in this video we're going to talk about ways to create a power profile and really build up your network and be active on the LinkedIn platform. LinkedIn, of all the social networks out there, LinkedIn has the most Fortune 500 executives as members. So this is a gold mine for you to find prospects in your target companies that you can reach out to and get connected with to generate more customers and clients for Mack. So here is my LinkedIn homepage. I recently asked a question, so I have a bunch of answers. We'll cover that in another video. Network activity. This is myself, but anyone I am connected to who has updated this box in their profile, it shows up to me here. So when I update mine, it shows up in 340, I think is my connections right now. Same with recommendations, profile updates, the activities, the groups that I belong to, what activities are going on, applications. So basically, when people in my network are active, they show up on my home page. And if anything is interesting to me, obviously I click on it and find out what they're doing. My university alumni. Also, just to get familiar with this home page, who's viewed my profile? That's interesting. If I click on that, I can see in the last 7 days, 5 people from these industries have looked at my profile. And if I click through, they'll show me a list of some people, and I might know who they are, I might not. I have the free version. If you pay for the advanced version, it will tell you exactly who looked. But in the free version, you can look at that and kind of try to figure out who it was. Usually it's somebody if I've reached out to them for some reason. Events. You can look for networking events in your area, in your industry. Things to participate on, be found, get awareness, find prospects, answers to topics I'm interested in, jobs that might interest me. And again, these companies pay to list their jobs. SlideShare presentations, all just really great data for finding people and being found and ways to participate in a very Fortune 500 rich community. So let's take a look at my profile. I'll go to the public view here. So this is the public view. As I mentioned, in here is a box. What are you up to? Edit my profile. I'll go back to edit my profile. So if I update this, new or looking to fill, and then we could put our tiny URL in here. That was in the Twitter video that I created before, but again, this will show up when I update it in all my contacts in their homepage and in the LinkedIn email roundup that they send to people. You get your system updates. So it's just a quick way of leveraging this viral network to perhaps get more candidates for yourself. Here you can see my different companies I've worked for. I have 336 connections. Let me just click on that. And you can see, then I can access all of them when I want to. Recommendations, I'm going to talk about those. You recommending others encourages them to recommend you, and people like to see recommendations on your LinkedIn profile. I liken it to eBay. If I'm buying something from somebody on eBay and they've got a 99.9% positive feedback rating, I figure it's probably pretty safe to buy from them. Likewise, if you've got a bunch of recommendations from happy customers, I feel all the more confident that if I work with you, if I hire you to find candidates for my company, you're going to get the job done. Here's a public profile. This is the direct link to see this. I would encourage you to share that with people in your email signatures. Here's the summary, which can be updated. You know, a lot of people don't take advantage of this, but it's a place for you to really show your personality. Talk about what your specialties are, what your wins have been, what you're good at doing, what you're looking for, who you can help. I'm going to send some example summaries to you to include in your LinkedIn profiles. Obviously, you should feel free to edit them, but just as a place to get started. I here talk about the industry speaking that I've done. It also does encourage you to put in your specialties. You can see here the activity that I've had in my own. Some of my connections, they just give a quick roundup. SlideShare is a module you can activate in your LinkedIn profile. We are creating a Mac presentation, an overview of the firm, the unique services you offer, your unique target clients, you know, kind of the marketing overview of what Mac brings to the table that competitors do not. And we want you to link that to that module to your LinkedIn profile, and we'll give you instructions how to do that. I always like to update my reading list. I think you can tell a lot about somebody by what they're reading. This is all free networking, by the way, which I hope you'll take advantage of. Groups I belong to, where people can find me, where I can get into the discussion to share my expertise. So much anymore, networking is about sharing your expertise. You'll see I've recommended a bunch of people, and when I recommend them, I ask them for a recommendation in return. Another great way to have a very rich LinkedIn profile. You'll go through my experience. Interestingly, you'll see people who viewed me have also viewed these people that I know or don't know. Education, recommendations, additional info, awards. Now you definitely want to think about all of the places where you might know people that you can build your network, because if I go to contacts, network statistics, okay, I have 336 in my who are one separation. 92,800 as of April 15 are 2 degrees away from me. So if I want to have, say I'm targeting somebody at Cushman and Wakefield, I want to have an introduction to them, and I know somebody who knows that person, I can ask the person who's 1 degree away to pass along a note to that person who's 2 degrees away. And there have been studies done that people are much more likely to respond to LinkedIn requests for connections and emails through LinkedIn than regular email. They don't perceive LinkedIn to be spam because they feel they might know you or they have a connection to you. So it's not a cold outreach. That's the power here of LinkedIn, where you can hone in on target customers, target companies, get a name of somebody, and reach out to them through the degrees of separation. So I will go through how you can search for that in the next video, but this is the power of LinkedIn. So I encourage you to think about, where did you go to school? What groups do you belong to? Where else have you worked? When I go out and network with people, I immediately find them on LinkedIn and get connected to them. Be active in LinkedIn because it's a gold mine of prospects. Thank you.